zijn een Assa-song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 490. It's Monday, March 25th, 2013, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Internet talk radio for your imagination. Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today we hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley. Plus, we bring you the long-awaited return of WILLYA, SHADUP's Liberty Nation Freedom Phone for All. Mike's Daily Podcast. And Yahoo just bought a news app from a 17-year-old for $30 million. Don't that beat all? Mike's Daily Podcast. The teenager who taught himself how to write software at the age of 12 built the free iPhone app back when he was 15 years old and not taking a nap. He says all he wants from the $30 million is a new computer and a pair of Nike trainers. But I think all that money should just about cover the cost of his new retainers and expect him to be Taylor Swift's next boyfriend and then to be dumped. Mike's Daily Podcast. Hey, you know what? The Oscars are going to be moved to March next year. And Seth MacFarlane's been kicked in the rump. Mike's. Because Justin Timberlake Daily quite possibly will podcast take over the hosting position. Yeah! I don't think he's going to sing a song about women's boobs, but we'll have to see. Oh, look, who just walked in. Hello, my precious. This is Madame Rootabega. What was that? That's when a film reel has been rolling, but it is done playing all the way through, and the reel is going and the film is flapping. Okay, I think I see what you're saying. Good, but not really. So, do you think Justin Timberlake will be a good host? I think he can host anything. He hosts Saturday Night Live and makes me laugh. Ooh. Yeah, he's funny on that show. Hey, how about this whole thing about this kid, 17 years old, making $30 million selling an app? I once made 30 cents selling an apple. Ah. Oh, look, Welsh just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking addicted.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that? Hey, did you guys hear about Michelle Bachmann being investigated over allegations that she may have inappropriately used money raised during her presidential campaign?
Yeah, she inappropriately used money. I went to pack a car, and when I packed it, she only gave me a tip of $1 a day.
Yeah, what a cheapskate. Do you know that? She came to the last place on earth?
Yeah, don't you remember that big party we threw when you were out of town? Uh-oh.
Valentino, that was a big secret. Now you let that cat out of the bag. Do you know that? Well, that's a pretty big cat. Yes, Michael Matthew. In fact, it's a puma. Ooh. Yeah, well, how many other celebrities stop by when I'm not around?
Oh, we get everyone. Taylor Swift came by, dated me for 5 seconds. It
was the best 5 seconds we ever had. Do you know that?
She wasn't dating you.
Okay, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. All right, well, that's interesting to find out what happens when I'm not here. Michael Matthew, it is also very interesting that the Harvard team has successfully performed the most exact magnetic charge measurement of matter and antimatter particles ever! I know, at this point we should all be wearing those onesies with the A on the left-hand shoulder and saying, Scotty, beam me up. Oh no! What happened to Michael Matthew?
It looks like Scotty beamed him up.
Scotty's dead! Do you know that?
Oh, well, I don't know what happened to him there. But I think we should have another celebrity come in since he's gone.
Hello, I'm Steve Carell.
Okay, that was weird.
Whoa, I'm back. That was strange. I was teleported 50 years into the future. And Justin Bieber was president. Of course, we all knew that was coming. And he was married to Taylor Swift, but by then she'd had 50 facelifts, and Justin had only 12. At that point, he looked more like a lesbian bear. I can't wait for that website. Do you know that? Well, if you think that Justin Bieber will be an excellent president, or if you think that kid getting that kid only being 17, getting $30 million, if that's crazy or what, and what do you think about Michelle Bachmann being investigated and this whole antimatter magnetic charge being weighed for the first time in the history of the world? You can email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. You can also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show. Also, check out the website, mikesdailypodcast.com. Go there to find the link to where to listen to the show in iTunes. And if you subscribe to us there, more people find out about us. You can also rate this show and comment on the show in iTunes. We have a link to where to do that at mikesdailypodcast.com. Also, where to find us on Facebook, Yelp, Twitter, and YouTube. And we also have our blog and the podcast picture at mikesdailypodcast.com.
WILLYA Shut-Ups. Liberty Nation Freedom Phone for All.
Hey, it's WILLYA Shut-Up. And today we're going to talk about how they're forcing same-sex marriage on us. And we're not happy. Let's take a call.
Hello, WILLYA. This is Emily calling from Orange County. Listen, WILLYA, I don't want the guy down the street marrying some guy. I mean, that's just not right. I'm old enough to remember when Disneyland would not let people of the same gender dance together. Listen, WILLYA, I'm a woman of a ripe old age, and I do not want to dance with another woman, no matter how beautiful or elegant they are. Not even Debbie Reynolds. No, I will not dance with Debbie Reynolds. Don't make me dance with Debbie Reynolds. I will dance with Betty White, however. She's such a beautiful, hot babe.
Emily, I'm not going to argue with you, but I am going to strongly suggest that you do buy those Metamucil products that we advertise all the time on this show, because you are the bread and butter of the Republican Party and of the listenership of my show. Thank you. Let's take another call.
Hey, WILLYA, this is Robert. I'm calling you from some undisclosed location, but it is a building that has a lot of windows, and we make a lot of money. And I have a beautiful car that I drive around and people admire me for. But WILLYA, what I wanted to tell you was how proud I am that you are doing this show, and also that you are amongst the greats of the broadcasting community, just like the Rush Limbaugh, who has always reported the facts, even when he's made them up. My hat's off to you, WILLYA.
Thank you. I love that man, too. Would I marry him? No, because it's not allowed. But when it is allowed, I will marry him. Let's take one more call.
Hello, WILLYA. This is Samantha. I'm calling you from the beautiful, great state of Georgia. And y'all should know that I think Obama has apologized enough for this country. He's just wrapped up his apology tour 2013 to the fine Middle East part of our world. And I think he's done apologizing, and quite frankly, I wish he would stop. By the way, WILLYA, want to know what I'm wearing?
No, I don't, Samantha, because it's not necessary. I'm imagining it just fine. Thank you for listening to WILLYA Shut-Ups, Freedom, Nation, Liberty. Wait, I messed up the title. What is it, producer? That's right. WILLYA Shut-Ups, Liberty Nation, Freedom, Phone for All. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, WILLYA. It was great to have you on the show.
Blow it out your ass.
Okay, that was highly unnecessary. As we go outside of the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Wow, that was his first broadcast for 2013. We haven't heard him since before the election. Amazing. Will we hear from him again before the 2014 election? Maybe, if we're very unlucky. The picture is of myself holding a guitar. This was actually at a cool open mic that I went to with Irene Pena and her boyfriend Steve as we were at a show. I was supposed to do an open mic, but I got there too late. I didn't get to sign my name on the list. But Irene performed, and she sounded great. There were some other cool performers, and it's a really neat bar in Ballard. I can't think of the name of it right now, even though I've said the name a million times on this show. And dang it, Connor Burtz. Thank you. See that picture, Mike'sDailyPodcast.com.
Michael Matthew, I have the 17-year-old that made the $30 million right here.
Hey, congratulations that you got the $30 million. I just threw water at my face and ran away.
Yes, Michael Matthew, I had him paid $50 for that. He can afford it.
Mike, I want to get zapped and go to the future and see who I end up marrying someday.
Oh, I saw that.
Who do I marry?
Mary.
Yeah, who do I marry?
Mary?
Yeah. What's her name?
Mary.
Stop saying the last word that I just said, they.
No, you marry Mary.
Actually, Mike, I think the proper adverb is merrily. You marry merrily. Do you know that?
No, he marries a girl named Mary.
Oh, okay. Thank God that Abbott and Costello vaudeville routine is done, they.
Yes, had it been 30 years ago, it would have lasted another 30 years. Tomorrow we will bring you the segment News Random, plus we'll hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer.
I once made 30 cents selling an apple.
Never gets old. Okay, it just did. Just then. You get divorced from Mary, too.
Of course.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye!